guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're so well and I hope you've had a great month of February. Today I am bringing you my February favourites. I really enjoy monthly favourites videos. I love talking about things that I love. They're just generally quite positive videos, and I also love seeing what other people love because then you find out about great products. So as I kind of initiated last month, how I'm going to do these is 5 beauty, 5 fashion and then 5 lifestyle favourites. Obviously if I have loads and loads of things then I might add in a few extras every once in a while, but I feel like trying to keep it to like 15 things, try and keep it as concise as I can because I'm not the most concise of people because I like to ramble. Exhibit A. I have made some cracking discoveries this month, so let's just jump on in. Okay, so my first beauty favourite of the month has to be the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm so frustrated. I filmed a first impression on this. I formatted the card with half of the clips still on the SD card, so unfortunately you can't refilm a first impression without lying, so the first impression is gone. But if you want me to do a full review, like putting it on and then like a wear test and talking about my overall thoughts on how much I love this foundation, then comment down below if you'd like to see a whole video. But I thought I would show it in my favourites video just to give it the mention it deserves. I love this foundation. You know that I'm a huge lover of NARS foundations. The Sheer Glow and the All Day Luminous Weightless are two of my favourite foundations of all time. I've tried a lot of foundations, as you will have seen in my mixing foundations video. For one to become my favourite that isn't the Sheer Glow is like a big thing. This is kind of an in-between with the Sheer Glow and the All Day Luminous. It's thin, but it's not as thin as the All Day Luminous, but it's thinner than the Sheer Glow. Full coverage, it's radiant, but not crazy radiant. I feel like it goes Sheer Glow, radiant, and then All Day Luminous is still the most luminous. I think that's might just be my skin, but that's how it works for me. It sits beautifully on my skin. It lasts all day. 2 pumps, full coverage, beautiful, and also the packaging is just so nice. I just love it, and it has an amazing shade range, as you would expect from a high-end or any foundation. The next favourite won't be a shock to you. It is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. When I first tried this mascara, I didn't like it. I thought it was too clumpy. My eyelashes just weren't looking good the first time at all. However, it is now in my favourites video, and I've used an entire tube, so I've already got 2 backups. This makes your lashes so long and thick and black quickly. Like, it takes no time at all. I think the first time I used this mascara, it was human error why it looked bad. I think I just put too much on and I didn't work with it quick enough, and it did clump up, and it can clump up if you aren't careful. I think once you've got the technique down, it's so good. The only thing I will say is it can transfer a little bit. You need to set your eyelids really well with a powder, eyeshadow, whatever, because if you've just got concealer or foundation or just like oils on your eyelid, it will transfer. That's its one kind of downfall, but it's a really great mascara. My next favourite is like a bit of a throwback for me because it's a MAC lipstick, and I have been on YouTube since the days where MAC lipsticks were everything. I have so many MAC lipsticks, and I've been collecting them since I was 12, so I'll always have a very sentimental place in my heart for MAC lipsticks. I haven't bought a new one in so long until I saw my friend Laz wearing this lipstick, and I was like, that lipstick is amazing, what is it? And she said, it's MAC Honey Love, and I bought it straight away. And it's what I'm wearing right now, and it's what I've been wearing basically every single day since I got it. It is just the perfect, like, it's quite a light pink, peachy nude colour. It's honestly my ideal nude. It's light without being too light. It's a matte formula, which we all know is my favourite, and I've used so much of this and I've not had it for that long. It is such a great lipstick. Just a little MAC bullet. I always think these look like vibrators though. Am I the only person who thinks that? So at the beginning of the month, if you watch my vlogs, you will have seen I went to an IGK hair event in London and I went with my friend Mary, who is great and wonderful. You know that I'm very loyal to the Way Dry Texturizing Spray. It is my favourite texturizing spray ever. I use it as a texturizing spray and I also use it as a dry shampoo, even though it's not really like sold as a dry shampoo. I put it in my roots anyway. I went to this event and they gave us a goodie bag and inside there were 3 different dry shampoos. They also gave me a texturizing spray, but this is one of the dry shampoos. It is the IGK Direct Flight Multitasking Dry Shampoo, medium cleanse level, texturizing, volumizing and invisible. This I use the same way as my Way and I really like it, and I prefer how this smells to the Way one, which was for me the one drawback with the texturizing spray. And the launch was basically saying that they're now available on Space NK, which is exciting. This is great. It just adds back a bit of grit, a bit of texture, absorbs the oils, and I use this on clean hair just to like break it, make it a little bit more piecey. And when I've straightened my hair tends to go very flat. So what I've been doing recently is straightening my hair and then spraying a shit ton of this in. Brings back the volume, which I crave so very much. So yeah, really love this and I'm really excited to try some more products from IGK because I think they're a brand to keep your eye on. Okay, my final beauty favourite this month is Filthy, but this is my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I've had this for a while. Beauty Bay kindly sent this to me when it first launched. So I never really reached for this palette because of how big it is. That to me is its one kind of negative. It is just a bit too big in my opinion. It's great because the shadows are all like a decent size and the shade range is brilliant. It's not good for traveling at all, so I would never travel with this basically. When I'm at home and I, you know, have the free space to use a giant palette, I have been loving this. I've filmed a couple of looks with this and I'm not sure if they've gone live yet. Maybe one of them has, I'm not sure, but if they haven't yet, there's a couple of colourful makeup looks coming up on my channel using this palette. One thing that I will say is that it's lacking cool tones. I got requested to do a cool tone look the other day. I was like, oh, I want to use my Morphe palette, and I looked. There aren't really any cool toned natural colours. So there's a lot of warm browns that I think could be swapped out for some cool browns just to give a bit of variation, because then these slightly cooler shades here, kind of, it's like a nod to the cool tones, but they aren't wearable. They're like brights, if you know what I mean. Not that I like cool tones on myself, but for other people I think that would make it a more well-rounded palette, shall we say. For example, there's like 2 different rose gold shades that you just don't need 2 different shades of rose gold, really. Just my opinion. But the pigmentation is brilliant, the shimmers are beautiful. They blend so wonderfully, and I think for the amount of product and the number of shadows you get, it's really well priced, and I think she's done really well with this palette. I've been loving this palette and it has been my go-to this month. I feel like I rambled a lot then, sorry. Okay, my fashion favourites, which I actually get more excited about talking about my fashion favourites now than I do about my beauty favourites, because beauty, I'm kind of stuck in my ways and I use the same products every day, but fashion, you can spice things up a bit every single day. My first fashion favourite I've been getting a lot of questions about on my Instagram, so I thought I would show them on here. They are these boots. These are kind of like rip-off Doc Martens. They're from a brand called Brickers. So my mum got me these a couple of years ago for Christmas on my birthday, and I never wore them, and then I found them the other day and I was like, oh my god, I need to wear these. Because they're like the Doc Marten Chelsea boots. They've got the yellow stitching and they are so comfortable, and they're so much easier to get on than Doc Martens because they're just slip-ons. They go with everything. They're really edgy but practical and comfortable, and I went out in the snow in these and I was absolutely fine, and I love them. So I'll try and find them online and I'll link them down below if I can, because I have no idea where she got them from. Thanks, Moom. I love these boots very much. This next fashion favourite got so much love on my weekly vlog a couple of weeks ago. It is this jumper from Daisy Street. So I saw the gorgeous Megan Ellaby wearing this and I was like, I have to have it. And it was sold out for so long. So it finally came back in stock, one in my size, and I was like, well, I have to get it. It wasn't expensive at all, but you can tell by the quality. It's 100% acrylic, so if that kind of makes you then and it's this amazing rainbow jumper, super bright, super colourful. I love that it's got a slightly high neck. I found this very, very flattering, surprisingly. Horizontal stripes usually aren't the most flattering on me. I felt great in this, and I got so many compliments on it, and I posted pictures on my Instagram and you guys went crazy for it. If you can get your hands on this, I 100% recommend it. It made me feel frigging awesome. I just felt happy when I wore it. Like, it's just, you're wearing a rainbow jumper. How could you not smile? Do you know what I mean? Okay, this next item is a bit of a dull one for most people, but for me it's not, because I love jeans. But it has been this month's jean favourite. These are the BDG black kick flares. I got these off of Urban Outfitters, which is, I think BDG is Urban Outfitters denim. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it is. You guys know how much I love a kick flare. The only colour that I didn't have in my collection, I have the light wash, mid wash, dark wash, and I didn't have a black pair. And I love these ones because they are slightly less fitted than the Topshop ones. They're just a little bit more grungy, a little bit looser, a little bit baggier, and they are super, super undone at the bottom, which I really love. I like the little BDG leather label on the back. I just love how these fit. They cut at a really nice place with the boots that I've been wearing, so you can just see a little bit of skin in between, which I personally like because I like to wear like a cool sock. That's just the thing I've been doing this month. I wear a waist 32 and a leg 30 if you are curious. Okay, I have another pair of trousers here, and I'm saying this with a bit of a heavy heart because they are a favourite, but they've let me down. But I feel like the times we spent together were great, so I'm gonna talk about them. So Boohoo offered to send me a couple of pieces over, so I obviously jumped at the chance because I love Boohoo. And I saw these trousers. These are amazing camel flares, and I fell in love with them, and as soon as they arrived I tried them on and I felt great. So I went and I wore these to the Crangbin gig, right? After one, to be fair, there was some dancing, you know, some activity. After one where they have not weathered well at all. Where I've pulled them up, they ripped here. Where I clearly danced a little bit too hard, the seams are pulling really badly over the crotch, and I'm absolutely devastated because I'm a bit scared to wear them in case they completely pop open because it's all the way up the front. But I love them. They've got this back pocket detail. They are so flattering. They make my legs look really, really slim. They make my bum look great. They're really high-waisted and they just suck in your stomach, and they're super, super slim fitted, and they zip up at the side. They're so 70s and just amazing. So I think I'm gonna repurchase them because I feel like I just need to be careful in them. They fit like a glove. They weren't too small. They weren't pulling anywhere. I think I just may have slut dropped a little too hard for the seams on these. The quality feels really good, but I don't think it's as good as it feels, if you know what I mean. I want to give them a shout out because I absolutely love the way these look. The fact that I want to buy them again, like they've got a pleat at the front, they're so cool. Why have you done this to me? They were one of my favourites of the month, and they still are. They've just let me down, you know? I love you, but I don't like you very much right now. It's one of those, you know? Okay, my final fashion favourite got a lot of attention and has been getting a lot of attention on my vlogs. It is my coat of the season. It is this puffer jacket from Urban Outfitters. This is a very popular coat. It is black, and it's got a contrast mustard yellow lining. It's got super high pockets, so I can look like a little roadman when I wear it. It can tighten up at the bottom, and it's cropped, which for this weather's not ideal, but it just looks so, so cool. Like, I absolutely love this coat. The collar is massive, and I can just throw it on top of any outfit and I instantly look way cooler than I am, and I am so much warmer. Like, it is so warm, especially at the moment because it's frigging snowing. So those are my fashion favourites. Now, lifestyle favourites. I don't have many music favourites, but I have a lot of experience favourites. For example, we went and saw Crangbin, we went and saw Hamilton, we went and saw Kendrick, who was like all three of those things were amazing. I was spoiled rotten in February, going out and just seeing things and doing things. Like, yeah, Kendrick, absolutely incredible. We just had so much fun. Krangbin were so good. We were like 3 rows back and oh my god, they were amazing. Hamilton, I loved. I cried so much, like more than I was expecting. And another favourite of the month is actually a YouTube channel that I have found myself obsessed with this month. And Tim will be laughing right now because he's watched me watch these videos for literally an entire day. There's a YouTube channel called The Skin Deep, which is kind of like a social experiment where they put 2 people in a room, they film everything, and they ask each other questions and have to tell honest answers. And the people have loads of different kinds of relationships. So it's like husband and wife, married 20 years, married 65 years, newlyweds, and then there's like father-daughter, brother-sister, best friend, business partners. Like there's loads of different relationships and different dynamics, and they just ask each other questions and answer them honestly. I have been obsessed with watching them. Like, it's become insane. I was just watching video after video after video, laughing, crying. I just find them so fascinating to watch. And then they bring back like the same couples and the same people back after like a year or 2 years to see how their relationship is different. Like an example of a question is like, what's something that you've been too scared to tell me? And they have to honestly just tell it. And they've been married, say, for like 60 years, and they'll tell each other something they've never said to each other before. It's just so like voyeuristic, just sat watching people having really personal, intimate conversations. And I just love it. If you are into, I don't know, like psychology, just watching like human relationships, then I definitely recommend you go check out their videos. I've just been obsessed with them recently. I haven't actually listened to a lot of music this month for some reason. I've been listening to a lot of like Kendrick and a lot of Krangbin because obviously I went and saw them, so I listened to them like loads before and then like loads after because I have like a whole newfound obsession. I think last month I played you my favourite Krangbin song, so I'm gonna play you a song that I love from their new album, which is called Lady and Man. That was so good live as well. They performed it so well. And then probably my favourite on the album is Maria Tambien. It's a little bit quicker, a little bit more upbeat, really good. That is everything. Those are all of my favourites from February. February always catches me off guard. I'm like, oh god, it's over. I need to film my February favourites. Blah, blah, blah. Word vomit. Wow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have linked all of the products and items down below that I talked about. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. There's a little button down there. Make sure you click it so that you can see my next video. And also follow me on my social medias. My Instagram and my Twitter and my Snapchat are all linked down below.